global temperatures suddenly dropped by 1,000 degrees. In this doomsday scenario, any living thing would freeze into an ice statue in just 1 second, and the darkness of human nature was fully exposed in the face of the apocalypse. Despite being treated coldly and unfairly by his family, the young master of a wealthy family still chose to save them without holding a grudge. But instead of being grateful, his adopted brother framed him and conspired with the family to kill him. At the moment of his tragic death, his blood dripped onto his watch, and something strange happened. He was reborn 3 days before the end of the world. As soon as he opened his eyes, he faced his family's accusations again. His adopted brother accused him of destroying his father's painting. He remembered how in his previous life, he had been kicked out of the house for refusing to admit it. This time, he took the blame voluntarily, and even asked to cut ties with the family. The adopted brother kept making sarcastic comments, so he pinned him to the ground and forced him to apologize. Out of respect for being raised by them, he gave them one final warning: the end of the world is coming. Then he turned and left, but no one believed him. They thought he was just being dramatic. He planned to borrow money and stock up supplies, but suddenly remembered. A chubby friend had once shielded him from bandits with his own body. He swore to help that guy rise to the top in this life. He found the guy and told him to bring his car, title, house deed, and ID. They were going to take out a bank loan. The guy looked confused, thinking he had gone crazy. To convince him, he predicted that a plane crash would happen in 5 seconds. At first the guy thought it was nonsense, but a second later, he got a news alert about a real plane crash. His face changed instantly, and he followed him to the bank to get the loan. Using memories from his past life, he remembered a doomsday prepper had built a super safe house, constructed with military-grade materials, stocked with food and weapons. But in his past life, he was abroad when the apocalypse hit, and the safe house fell into the hands of thugs. This time, he was determined to claim it first. He found the owner, and immediately offered to rent the entire shelter. Just then, the owner's top-level bodyguard walked out. He recognized her instantly. She was the doomsday warrior who had taken on 100 enemies alone. With her help, survival was guaranteed. After securing the safe house, he started buying supplies like crazy, but there was nowhere to store them. Just as he was stressing about it, his watch accidentally touched a supply box, and it vanished instantly. He was about to figure out what happened when he got sucked into the space inside the watch. That's when he realized the watch had an infinite storage function. He ran out excitedly to tell the chubby guy, and even showed him how the supplies disappeared. The guy was thrilled, especially since he worked at a supermarket warehouse. He brought him in, and they packed up every bit of inventory. With this much stock, they could survive on the moon for decades. Soon, there were only 8 hours left until doomsday. As the two prepared to return to the shelter, his family showed up. His older sister tried to persuade him to stop being childish and come home for a family reunion. Without hesitation, he shook off her hand. Since she had once shown him a little kindness, he gave them one last piece of advice: they'd better start stockpiling supplies right now. Then he walked away. His father tried to chase after him, but got stopped by the private bodyguard.